8 breathtaking places that were discovered recently. 8. Vinicunca, Peru. If you are on popular social networking apps, you would have definitely seen some pictures of rainbow-colored mountains doing the rounds. These mountains are a 2-hour drive from Cusco and are a part of the Andes range in Peru. It is located at 5,200 meters above sea level and is a 5 km hike from the parking point to reach this hill. Naturally, it is ideal for those who are active and like hikes as a part of their bucket lists. To reach Vinicunca, you have to pass through a valley that is equally stunning. The place shot to fame only in this decade, due to the social media boom. In reality, the colors are nothing but a mineralogical composition present in the earth here. 7. Mount Mabu, Mozambique. Till 2001, no one in the world, barring a few locals, knew about this secret Mount Mabu in Mozambique. Situated in the north of the country, only once Google Earth spotted it, did it become famous. This old-growth rainforest is surrounded by a savanna. Several undiscovered bird, insect, plant species were discovered. It is about 1,700 meters above sea level and the forest here covers over 7,000 hectares of land. 6. Pico de Neblina, Brazil. Pico de Neblina is the highest mountain in Brazil that was discovered in 1950s, but till 1965 it was fairly untouched due to unconnected tribes and was almost always obscured by thick clouds. The word neblina means fog in Spanish. The massive 2,995-meter mountain sits on the Brazil-Venezuela border and was discovered by the Brazilian Army during their first summit in 1965. The mountain is contained in the Brazilian Pico de Neblina National Park. Its northern slopes are also protected in Venezuela's Serranía de la Neblina National Park. The twin parks, together with the neighboring Pico National Park, Venezuela, form a protected area complex of about 80,000 square km, possibly the largest national park system in tropical rainforests in the world. 5. The Verdun Gorge, France. Located in the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region of southeastern France, the Verdun Gorge was fairly unknown outside Provence area up until late 19th century. To date touted as Europe's most beautiful gorge, it is a perfect answer to America's Grand Canyon. With its exquisite turquoise-green color, the gorge lies between the towns of Castlelaine and Mestiers-Sainte-Marie. The river has cut a 700-meter plunge ravine through limestone mass to create this marvelous beauty. Situated very close to the French Riviera, the site is quite popular among tourists, especially if they are interested in adventure activities like hiking, rock climbing, multi-pitch climbing, kayaking, etc. 4. Machu Picchu, Peru. Built by the Inca Empire of the 15th C, this site has proudly become Peru's tourism symbol. It was discovered in 1911 and since then, tourism has only grown here. Almost 350 years after abandonment, this fabled Inca citadel is truly a wonder. Needless to say, it is a social media favorite photo and is a must-visit for all those fanatic wanderers out there. It has 3 primary structures, the Intihuatana, the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the 3 Windows. It is said that the site was constructed for the Inca king Pachacuti in 1450. It was abandoned later, during the Spanish invasion. When it was discovered, needless to say, it was in shambles. The first set of restoration was completed in 1970s, however, some parts of the site are yet to be restored. 3. Antarctica. Let's face it, most of us are uncomfortable with even the idea of traveling to a place that is as cold and hostile as Antarctica. The world's coldest, driest and windiest continent sits silently at the southern pole. It was first set foot on in 1895, however, the complete discovery of the land along with its buried active volcanoes was done only by 2013. Even though there has been no rain there for almost 2 million years in Antarctica, 80% of the world's freshwater reserves are stored here. With no permanent human occupation, this continent is truly a living Narnia or sorts. Antarctica is accessible only from November to March, and it neither has any towns or villages, thus naturally, no habitation or humaneness. Perhaps you will find a lone research hut of sorts, but the silence and solitude is such that it will envelop you. 2. Cape Melville, Australia. Situated on Australia's northeastern tip, Cape Melville encompasses giant granite boulders and dense rainforests, making it highly impenetrable. Needless to say, the area is a sensitive ecological terrain with numerous undiscovered species of flora and fauna. The granite outcrops here are said to be formed over 250 million years ago. In 2013, a team of scientists and filmmakers reached its uplands by a helicopter and discovered 3 new species that were a strain of a gecko, a skink and a frog respectively. 1. Hang Son Dong, Vietnam. Discovered in 1991 by a local man, Hang Son Dong means Cave of the Mountain River, Cave of Mountains behind the village, Dong. It is the world's largest natural cave and is located near the Vietnam-Laos border. The cave has an internal, fast-flowing subterranean river and the largest cross-section of any cave, worldwide. As of 2009, it also happens to be the largest known cave passage in the world by volume. The cave was discovered only in 2009 by a group of British explorers who were conducting a survey in the region. Their progress was hindered by a large, 200 feet tall flowstone-coated wall. They aptly named it the Great Wall of Vietnam. It was finally traversed in 2010 when the same group reached the end of the cave passage. Till today only 1,000 tourists are allowed into the cave each year. The tour takes 3 nights and 4 days.